Alright guys, this is going to be another League of Legends cast. We have Exorliarn playing Lux, Ghostface playing York, Shadow Strike, my friend on Jarvan, me playing Shaco, Cryptozoic playing Mordekaiser. Then on the opposing team we have Saibai playing Tristana, Sergeant Apone playing Master Yi, Klidox on Udyr, Jojamin on Sona, and Arsenal on Ashe. So just starting off right now, I am playing Shaco. I will be playing AP Shaco. This is not going to be a guide or a tutorial. I'm just going to show you kind of basically how to, well, I'm not going to be showing you how to play it. I'm just going to be commentating on the game in general, focusing mainly on Shaco because he's the most fun character to watch, obviously. So for tanks, I think Mordekaiser is going to go straight tank. Jarvan is going to be an off-tank DPS, great off-tank DPS. Lux says she's playing support, and we have damage DPS from York. So me and I believe Mordekaiser are our only AP. Yeah, Tristana going to be their ranged AD. Same with Ashe. I'm a little surprised that they had a Tristana and an Ashe, two ranged ADs without really an AP carry. In fact, I believe Udyr is AD too, so rush Thornmail for the win. Master Yi, I think, is playing AP. So they've got AP Master Yi, which is basically their only AP other than Sona. Udyr is going to be their jungle. Udyr, very effective jungler. I try and pick him off at the start, and I actually... well, we'll see what happens. So yeah, Ashe, great. Initiate with an ult. Same with Sona. Sona has a great stun. Master Yi can also just put out a ton of damage with his strike, Alpha Strike or Delta Strike, one of the two, because he's building AP, and he also has that great heal. AP Yi with that heal is pretty good sustain in lane and is pretty terrifying when he starts his Shadow Strike. Check my video. Alright, so my video is alright. I'm going to pick up a Meki Pendant and 2 health potions. I actually flashed on accident. I meant to ghost, but I messed up and put my flash and ghost in the wrong place. So I'm just going to start going right here in order to start setting up boxes. One big mistake I made is I should have bought an amplifying tomb instead of a... I think it's 1/3. I think the scale rate is 1/3 because I have 3 AP. I should have 20 AP if I had bought, let's see, an amplifying tomb. Well, all the recommended items are for AD Shaco. That's why there's no ability power items up there. But I should have started with about 8 or 10 AP, which was a big mistake. We also had a little bit of weird communication. Lux went top for some reason when really I think she should have been mid. Mord is a great solo with his spell shield. But to be honest, I think Lux is just a better mid. She is a better AP carry. Yeah. Yeah, we see that he's at blue. I've been trying, and you guys can comment if you think there's a better place. Trying to find a better place to start stacking boxes because I want to get him before he gets like to this point, because at this point he's already used probably a health pot or 2, and that gets a little dangerous for me. So I think that was kind of a, I don't know where I would stack him. I think about stacking him here, but then if he goes in these bushes and I get scouted, then I'm dead. And you're going to see a Tristana is actually going to come up through here. And so if I did stack boxes here, I would have died. So I do just stack boxes here. This is a pretty easy place to do it. But I think maybe even like right here by wolves, as long as they don't... yeah, see, there's Tristana. Tristana would have found me if I'd been stacking him here. And if he was in the bushes, he actually would have heard the sound from... the box is being popped right here because he's in the bushes. So I'm just going to stack him here. I will admit it was a bit of a blunder not picking up an amplifying tomb. If I was to pick up an amplifying tomb, I may have gotten the kill. I'm not sure. But either way, he is going to escape with minimal damages. Mordekaiser picking up the spell shield, or getting up the spell shield. Tristana, I really like that custom skin Tristana actually. Let's just take a minute to look at it. It's pretty sweet. So yeah, I'm just sitting in the boxes. This is probably my least favorite part of playing AP Shaco, is sitting in the boxes with the bushes. Actually, you know what? That's a straight lie. I don't like it at the beginning, the late game. I love sitting in bushes with the boxes. So another part that I didn't get him is he had his spell shield, which really sucked. And I think I had my boxes a little off placed. He should have been further into the bush before I initiate, and he does get away with the spell shield. So I think if I were to stack boxes more up front, I think I would have done a lot better. That was my mistake. I did leave one there. And then I was like, well, maybe I'll try counter jungling. But that was a mistake. I think I do get caught off guard. My flash is still cool on cooldown because I got baited. And I got no Mia from bot. So bot should have called a Mia or something. But that's alright. I'm going to try and run away. But I'm going to get caught by Udyr. And this wasn't actually meant to... yeah. There's the bot Mia. A little late. I get flashed on Sona. Then I get Ashe arrowed, taking a lot of damage. Tristana up here. Mordekaiser just way out of position. I don't know why Mordekaiser was way over here when I was obviously running this way. So I think that was a big blunder on Mordekaiser's part. And Udyr tries to be funny. Ha ha ha. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens late game, Udyr. We'll see what happens late game. So Jarvan and Shaco are probably my favorite combo to with, or Jarvan is probably my favorite person to combo Shaco with. He's very tanky, and he can solo, which is good because I'm not that good of a lane mate. He took a lot of damage. They did ignite him, but I think that was a big waste of ignite. So clearly, I'm incredibly underleveled. Jarvan is 4. I'm level 1. I don't even have any XP yet. So this is not a good start for Shaco. I just take half my damage in health. Or a third. Alright, and then bot. Top. Top is a joke. Shaco destroys top constantly when there's a solo, a person who could play solo as Lux, and Yorick, who should be able to just ward him away with his ghost. But I'm not gonna talk too much about it, but I just think bot was really just made a mistake. So I pick up a kill there. Jarvan actually wanted me to get the kill because I am an AP carry, kind of. You'll see later. But top just completely fails. They are a joke. They feed this Master Yi all day, and even when they have 2 against a solo Yi. So it's alright. I'm going to put that behind me. I'll try not to mull on it too much this game, but you're going to see that's not the only kill that Master Yi is going to get. So I try and last hit. I'm getting better with Shaco last hit, especially with these boxes. Boxes to annihilate minions. I think I eat that, or yeah, just go slice it. So my farm this game is Shaco's a lot better. I'm starting to get the hang of his farm and just kind of the sense of gameplay. It's AP Shaco is really not an easy character to pick up, in my opinion. He's the hardest character I've had to learn. I think he's definitely a lot harder than Evelynn, even pre-nerf, to learn. Just because he doesn't have the same amount of burst she does, he's more a setup. You really need to set up the boxes, and you need to know where the teams are going to be. And that's a pretty hard part about him. So as we see, Lux and Yorick pushing pretty hard. I think Master Yi backed after he got the double kill. But I'm going to focus mainly on me. So as Shaco, you want to be constantly harassing with your E. As you can see, we're getting a lot of good damage on... and then we see Udyr coming in. So Udyr coming in, they could be a gank. It could be just to help protect Ashe because she is really low. Jarvan does not have his ult yet, but as you're going to see later, Jarvan ult plus my ult or plus my damage is a really good amount of damage. So I think we're just waiting till he gets 5 so that we can kill Ashe. Ashe just taking a lot of damage, and there's the pickup. He doesn't even need ult. Just waiting in the bushes and a good grab. Then we're going to retreat here. Try and bait Udyr into the boxes. The boxes focus him quite well. A lot of damage going down on Udyr. Those boxes are going to take care of him, and I believe I'm going to grab this kill real quick. Oh, just kidding. So Jarvan, a little bit of a chaos, but it's alright. Chaos is a pub term. We don't need chaosing. So once he gets 6, I believe the ult is going to go down on Sona. He is 6. He's just waiting for the mana and just a little bit more harassment from me. So you see that shift doing a lot of damage. I am AP, so this is going to be... And there we go. There's the ult on Janet, and I'm going to grab another assist. So I'm getting a lot of good farm from these assists and from these kills. I have 1 kill, but I'll have more. I will have more. This is a good Shaco game for me. Already at 1,600 gold, which is just really good. Shaco is so item dependent, and if you can have a strong early game, he's just strong. I believe Reginald said that if you have a weak early game as Shaco, you're in a lot of trouble. That goes doubly for jungle Shaco, but it also is really important to lane Shaco. You guys might be wondering, why am I not jungle Shacoing? I have tried it, and I've been a little successful. It's a lot better on AD Shaco, that's for sure. But more than that, it's just his lane presence scares people. They're going to be afraid of bushes the entire lane phase, which is such an advantage for a team or for a lane, because if they're afraid for bushes, that's so much surprise you can have on them. You can see me doing about 144 damage per shiv, which is a good amount of damage. They're doing a little bit of harass. I should have set my boxes up maybe in this bush. I didn't see them pushing so hard, so. And there we go. It's a lot of damage going down on Sona. Sona may get ulted. Jarvan looks like he's in a bit of trouble. We're going to have to back. Jarvan is going to get out of that. Okay, good shield. And I'm going to try and stop them from engaging us. Ashe does have arrow with 6. And I'm going to throw my ult in there and do a lot of damage. And then that's going to allow me to pick up this Ashe kill. So good Ashe kill. Nice ult on my part. Thank you. Thank you, Self. Just picking up that kill. And Jarvan is going to go for the Sona kill. Great Jarvan play. Just really knowing his limits. He's going to have to back. He obviously has very little health, but that was a great pickup on our team. So obviously you can see Shaco just kind of owning the lane. I am starting to stack boxes in this bush by the river because I am scared of Udyr coming down for a gank. As you can see, I'm not actually backing with 2,200 gold because Shaco is just so much escape with this Deceive. It is basically an insta-flash every 10 seconds. And I actually have another flash. I do carry flash and ghost. I think that's overkill. I really need to start carrying ignite and ghost, but that's alright. Mordekaiser getting ganked by Udyr. We see Master Yi doing a heal. He should definitely get picked off without getting a kill here. He is ignited. He's tower diving. And our Lux dies. Kind of a joke. She does not snare him at all or do anything. Sorry. I'm starting to dwell again. I am not a fan of this Lux. She's really bad. She only does a little bit better late game, but she does pick up a Magi with 0 kills and 2 deaths, which is a big blunder. So I'm trying to bait him in here. I do not think they're going to fall for it. I do have 4 boxes. I'm also hoping that Udyr comes down here. If Udyr comes down here, these boxes are really going to be the death of him. I'm going to ult in. He has a really low cooldown, about 90 seconds on his ult, so it's okay if you just kind of waste it. I'm trying to bait him. I think they know this is my ult, though. I have 2 bars of health, and I think this is the reason why Udyr is going to come down here. Lux also talks a lot of shit this game, which I think is the worst thing in LoL. I hate it when people bad talk, when really, I mean, he shouldn't be pushing. He's been ganked by the jungler multiple times. So here comes Udyr, going to take a lot of damage from my boxes, just going to get picked apart. There goes Sona. Sona just flashing out of there because she knows my E is just too powerful. And I don't think we're going to continue engaging this. Jarvan does have full health, and Jarvan does have ult, so we're just waiting for the right moment to ult in there and get maximum number of kills. Sona's going to be our main target. She has low health, about half health, and her heal just is not going to be enough to stop the burst that me and Jarvan can do. So just real quick, you want to get first point in W so you can stack boxes at the beginning of the game. E and then get 1 point in Q and then max E as fast as you can. E is really what you want to be maxing. It does a lot of damage and is really your main source of harass. So I was a little unfortunate that they actually aggroed the boxes. And here we go.